The cards speak. Justice listens. Welcome to the unseen. Truth doesn't hide forever, not from the eyes that see. Spirits stir, clues awaken. Let the seeing begin. Behind every crime, a shadow speaks. I'm Lady Zelda. Welcome to Seeing Crime. Hello, everybody. Are you excited? Here we are. I'm sorry. I'm just so excited. Why am I excited? Hello, my darlings. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. If you're not feeling the chills and the good or maybe I just have my air conditioning up too. I don't know. But I'm getting some good vibes. And for all of you who have not heard yet, Turtle Boy was found not guilty today. That was the case with Kate Peter something. What's her name? Krusty. We're going to hold it at that. So he was found not guilty. And I'm just thrilled for him. And you know what? He's setting the vibe. Setting the vibe. So congratulations to you, Aiden, Turtle Boy. This is good. Don't be filled with anxiety, because I got to tell you, there's stuff coming. There's stuff. It was fake. It was the fake victim, but what's her name was there. And Paul OKeefe testified that he knew that this was a setup with the fake victim. It was the fake victim. Pardon me, but I know that it also has to do with had Kate Peter in there somewhere, because it was a total setup. Regardless, he is not guilty. Bravo. Bravo. Yes, I'm so happy. So yeah, Paul was honest for once in his life. I think reality is starting to hit him, don't you think? I do. I think reality is starting to hit the Commonwealth, is starting to hit. Oh yeah, and you see this here. Time out, because I want to thank some people. I want to thank Better with the Irish. She gifted me through Amazon wish list, and that link is in the description. Through the yes, we hear meowing and everything already. Through the Amazon, the catalog of the universe of Amazon. Rootology. Thank you so much. Bless you, bless you. Thank you, Better with the Irish, and I feel good. Rootology is combating these little congesty things that I've got going on naturally, and that's what I like. Of course, at night, I have some four-legged people that you can hear that sleep with me, so, you know. But I got to tell you, and also I want to thank Rosebud for she gifted me a slew of hoop earrings, and I'm going to tell you, I feel like I'm a throwback to 1978. Give me a hoop earring, I wear it. Hello. Hoops will never go out of style. Thank you so much. And then there is a beautiful lady, a beautiful lady in here that did not sign. I think I know who it is, but did not sign a gift receipt, who sent, and I received it today, cat pate for the four-legged people that I have around. Sent me this, a nice big box. Thank you very much. And I just heard somebody over here not feeling good. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, so thank you to each and every one of you who is so generous to send me these things. Thank you, and welcome to True Oracle. We're in this together. We're in it together. Pardon me. Oh my gosh. My ears are ringing. I just have to tell you, my ears are ringing. And that's kind of a good sign. That's like a message coming through. Anyway, thank you. And we're getting started here. Cheryl, bless you, gifted 10 Fate and Fortune with True Oracle memberships. And now that we're winding down with Karen's case, we're going to really start with doing those member-only lives. Be prepared. Get a membership over there. Grab one, because I'm going to be reading your cards during membership lives. And we'll be doing some things on this channel too for all of you members. And look, Risa, my darling, look at you. Look, what a happy face. I just love this beautiful, happy person. Risa has become a member. Thank you so much, and welcome to each and every one of you. Oh my gosh, Dubra, Lady Zelda, all the blessings and good vibes. Can you believe tomorrow's closing arguments? It seems like, a couple of years? I cannot believe it. Hank made a fool of himself yesterday, and he continuously does it. Thank you so much, Dubra. You are so cute. Thank you for your generosity. Thank you. Now, my darlings, a couple of things. So Karen gave the sign today outside of the courthouse that she wants everybody doing this. And this is a sign language, I love you. So instead of them protesting and being very loud because there's been a crowd outside in Dedham, everybody's doing this. So this is going to be our thing. This is our thing, and this is our sign for Karen. And Karen, if you are watching, prayers for you, girl. Oh my goodness. Watching. So I think I covered everything except tomorrow I have some errands in the morning. I'm trying to beat the weekend. So when I get back, I'm going to go live. And I think it's going to be early afternoon, maybe 1:30-ish. So watch for that. I don't know the time. I've got errands that I've had to put off. And we're going to be doing a verdict watch until the verdict comes in. I'm going to be right here for you, right here with you, my darlings. Big hugs. And we're going to be talking it out, and we're going to be watching. And we're going to be streaming it live. Thank you, my darlings. There you go. Much love to you. And the moment that it comes in, we're going to all be together. So tomorrow, and I just have this thing that I'm feeling. I think I just have this thing that I'm feeling about tomorrow. Because remember, I was saying the weekend is very significant for Karen. And then so is the 18th and the 23rd. So I do not think it's going to take long, but I'm going to be here for Verdict Watch. I have moved my work schedule. I can't take off. YouTube is my second job. Might as well just say it now. And I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling a win. Oh, do you see my little babies here? Those are my little witch girls. Aren't they cute? Sitting by the fire. There's Poe. This is my dream office. So I'm manifesting this Manifestation Monday. You see the mountains in the background? That's where I want to be. And yes, I made this background all by my little lonesome. And then over here is a little ghost in a bottle. And his name is Frederick. He doesn't talk much. He just moves around. There you go. But I have all my libraries, my candelabras, this beautiful, and look, there's coffee and books. Coffee, books, Poe, mountains, candle, fireplace, and kitties. What else does a girl need? Little Frederick. Little Frederick. I should show you some. I think during Verdict Watch, I'm going to show you some of my other YouTube channel. You guys will get a kick out of. So anyway, there you are, my darlings. We are here. Now, I've done a little thing. For all of you members, if you want to go into the members emojis, I have made a not guilty with Karen and then a ham sandwich. I'm gonna tell you, I know that, listen, I know this is serious right now. Yes, I am going to read. Oh, hi. There we go. Wait a minute. Amanda, yes, I will be reading the story that I have written. It's a book form, but it's very short. I'm going to be expanding it, revising it a little bit, but you're going to be hearing about a very sexy vampire. And I might even show you some pictures of him. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to read that to you. You're all going to love it. And see, they're going to be deliberating until 5:30. So I'm going to be streaming until 5:30, until Bev says goodbye, go home for the weekend, have a nice weekend, whatever. And then I go to work at 6. And hey, there's nobody else that I would rather be here. So there you've got new emojis in here. But I got to tell you this, before I get into the little things that I'm picking up, I have to say this background fits me probably more than the others, but I like the others that we started out with. The entities in the courtrooms, they all served a purpose, but this is my vibe. And as we go through our little streaming venture together and we expand past Karen Reed, we're never going to forget her. We're always going to talk about her, but there's going to be more to come. I'm going to show you more rooms in my house that I have decorated and designed. So there we are. So my darlings, there's a lot of things. Lori Vallow. Hi, Amy, my darling. Look at that pretty picture. I did not see what she got, although I have a feeling what she got. And I know that Chad Daybell, what he got, deservedly so. Thank you so much, my darlings. Thank you. Listen, I would love, I don't know if you saw the background from Manifestation Monday. I would love to build that little village because I would have my own little gig and I would be right here. I mean, why leave? I have you here. Why leave? You come visit me. Welcome to the House of Zelda, right? Welcome to the House of Zelda. Thank you so much. And I'm so glad that you're here. So I do not know what the verdict was on Lori Daybell. I'd love to know. I mean, Lori Vallow, not Lori Daybell. I know what Chad Daybell was. So anyway, Lori got guilty as she should have. Good. So she'll have her sentencing pretty soon. And maybe it was delivered in 20 minutes. Well, there is hope for our justice system, isn't it? We all knew what that was going to happen. So Chad and Lori, goodbye. Those poor children. Oh, they make me sick. Good. Well, my darling, first of all, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to be doing. Better with Iration. Thank you for the rudology. Digging that red lipstick. Oh, she's so pretty. Look at that. Maureen O'Hara vibe. the Maureen O'Hara vibe from the Irish movie with John Wayne. Okay, so I'd like to get 20. Listen, one of you lovelies, I love it here. One of you lovelies said, wouldn't it be cool if they came back in 2 hours and 27 minutes? How about 2 minutes and 27 seconds, or 27 minutes, or 22 minutes and 7 seconds? The Quiet Man. Thank you so much. There we go. The Quiet Man. Friday the 13th. Oh my goodness. The Quiet Man. Yes, I love it. Are they allowed in the courtroom? It was my understanding that I didn't think that they were allowed in the courtroom. Maybe. Wouldn't that be funny though? 227. Lots of numerology in this. Okay, let's get down to things, my darlings. I know that you have all seen Hank and his ham sandwich. I can't even say it. I got to tell you this. If you all know me, if you knew me, my son was laughing at me because I was watching this in my room, took a break, was kind of walking, went into my room, watched this bit with the ham sandwich. I was laying on my bed howling. You had a ham sandwich? Are you that lame loser? Are you that lame? Are you that? Oh my gosh! Don't get me started on this ham sandwich. There's been so many ham sandwich jokes today. But can you imagine how low? And he performed. This was a performance in front of the jury. Now, I want you to know that tomorrow, Bev should be picking the foreman. And I think she's going to pick 6 other people. I think. You all will let me know. I still think she's going to be okay. It only takes one. I just want you to remember, it only takes one. It only takes one. But this ham sandwich gig, sorry, somebody has been emailing me like a crazy beyond. I don't know what's going on there, but it's okay. I'm not even worried. And calling me. How many times? Uh-oh, hold on. I've got to sign out. I've got to sign out a minute. Hold on. I've got to sign out. I'm in troubles. I signed in to I changed my schedule with the psychic line. And I forgot that it would put me online for tonight. I am so sorry. Let me get this changed real fast, because if not, I'll continue to get calls. Pardon me. Come on. I'll tell you what, this StreamYard issue today has fouled everybody up. It's fouled up my computer. I've had to reset things. And I was thinking, oh, maybe it's on my end. No, it wasn't. Yeah, here. Hello. I'm connected. Let me sign out. Let me close. Good. Zelda, thank you. And pardon me. So there we go. And I'm free again. Okay. So anyway, I want you to know they cannot add any more charges. She's done. It's done. It's over. It's done. I'm going to tell you, I watched Vinny the other night after Hank pulled the evidence thing, the cutting of the shirt, and showed it to Dr. Wolfie. Ooh. I'm telling you, it was not good. Let me check on a date. Mercury retrograde is not until July 17th to August. So we've got a little bit. There's only 3 retrogrades per year. We already had one. We're getting ready in July for the second, and then November 9th to the 29th. They all last about 3 weeks, something like that. Okay, so anyway. So yeah, there's it. And my dear Rosebud, thank you. Thank you for the hoop earrings. Thank you. I love them. Thank you, my darling. Vinny, I saw Vinny the other night, and Vinny was like, this is, and it was on his private stream. It was not on court TV. And he was shaken over the antics of Hank. He was shaken. And he's like, I don't, and I'm going to tell you what, I believe that a lot of people with this whole mess coming about and mainstream media are now seeing the light. And if they see the light, so does the jury. And there was a point 2 days ago that because remember, this is a court of public opinion as well. And this is going to be such groundbreaking. And I'm going to tell you what, I think Hank is facing some serious things. Talk about deflated today. Is he going to give an closing argument? He made Lolly Shark Baby stand up there and do his bidding for him. That was the most we've heard Lolly talk in a year. Sit down. Wait, I didn't do that yet, have we? Here we go.
Sit down, demon.
But I'm going to tell you what else I also saw. 2 days. Now, 3 days ago, and look, some of you might come at me, but I'm going to say it anyway. Peggy O'Keefe, I am very sorry that you lost your son. I can't imagine the pain. I know how I would feel if I lost my son. Many have lost their sons and their daughters. You have lost a son and a daughter. But I'm also going to say this from a mother and from someone who is closer to your age. I do not understand your behavior in court. Sitting there on the sideline, laughing and giggling and going outside and flipping people off and all this. Look, this is your life. But I would hope that there would be a little bit more decorum. Saying the things that you've said in court on the stand, that's messed up. And then sitting there and laughing during the court, laughing at the defense team. Ma'am, you're wanting to put a woman behind bars that had nothing to do with the death of your son. And if you would open your eyes and close your mouth, then you might see and realize the evidence. But the unfortunate part is you took the word of someone that is culpable. You took the word of someone who is trying to manipulate your son. And the blood of John O'Keefe is on the Commonwealth and all who did this to him, not Karen. I wouldn't say that if I didn't really feel that Karen was not guilty. And if you were on the fence, and you know what? It's okay. If you're still on the fence, I'm with you. Because when this first started, I didn't really know. I'm going to say this. Do you know what really caught my attention? Is because I kept hearing things about Mansfield and Canton And those are towns in another state that I grew up in and have family in. And I thought, is this happening in my home state? Is this happening? How could this be? And then I started looking into this. Now, I understand that stress can make people really do things that they shouldn't do, and they say things that they shouldn't say. I'm giving you the grace. I'm giving you the grace on that. But as from mother to mother, sister to sister, I'm going to say this. Dig deep. Just because you don't like Karen, you may not like the way she looks or she acts. She may have a Fall River accent. She tried to be good to your family. She tried to be good to your grandkids. And it was your son that wanted to keep them away, her away from them for whatever reason. It's not our business. But why don't you take the time that you're spending being snarky and laughing and join the fight in finding out who killed your son? Because that's very, very important. Because when Karen is found not guilty, are you going to go home and brood because this woman that you hate was found not guilty? That's, I think, just as sad, if not sadder, than the Commonwealth bringing these charges against a woman that this never happened. So there we are. There we are. Because, you know, your own husband loved her as a daughter. Perhaps is that why you're so upset? Because your husband knows the truth? I don't know. Just my opinion. And just my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. But there was some evil that got planted in your head by an evil person who is lying and who has lied to the feds and who has lied to the world for us to see. So maybe it's time to wake up. Maybe it's time to wake up. I don't know. But Hank has done the despicable. I don't know if it's true or not, but announcing that the children's father OD'd on their mother's grave, how low and dirty is that? That's just low. I've searched the English language. I cannot find a word that fits him. I've said them all in the privacy of my own home. I've said them all. Pardon me. So here's the thing. I'm going to say this. You've all seen how deflated Hanky, what you saw, what he did to Dr. Wolfie was the act of a very evil and desperate person. And that shows you how desperation becomes dangerous and these types of things. Now, I'm going to tell you what I think, I think the reason that he calmed down today and he didn't have his crack up there mouthing off in front of the judge is because somebody probably told him, hey.
Sit down, demon.
They probably said, you screwed the pooch on this one, baby. You need to figure this out, because I'm going to tell you, there could be some very serious things come to Hank and to Lolly too. I'm not a lawyer, hello. But this could be extremely serious for him. And if he says he didn't know, Lolly gets up, tries to make, look, Lolly, Hank could stick his fingers up the old Hershey Highway as far as I'm concerned. Because he's that dirty. Making excuses for this guy is unacceptable. So he thought he was going to sit down today. And I don't know if any of you heard this, but I heard, and from some good sources, that some of these witnesses refused to come back and testify. And perhaps one of them was Dr. Welcher from Aperture, from that crappy company, Crappy Appy. They didn't want to come back. Could this be why he didn't have a rebuttal? Other than the fact, Amy, other than the fact that the defense would have absolutely slayed him for getting up there and barking that there were no x-rays. Would have absolutely slayed him over alluding that there were cuts made on the frock, on the sweatshirt of John that was in the back that was caused by an accident, allegedly. Hank did this on purpose. He knew, because when they came into court, that piece, that plexiglass, what is this? A NASCAR restaurant? He went into, oh, my ears are ringing. I guess I'm talking too much about this. The fact that he came in, he actually had the plexiglass with John's shirt in it behind the witness stand so he could run up there, grab it, show it to Dr. Wolf. And Dr. Wolf even said something about, I know you heard it, said something about cuttings. And Lolly today said something, well, the witness said, Lolly, here, get a life, pal. You may have to rent one after this. This is not good. And trying to make excuses. Hank knew exactly what he was doing. He did this on purpose, dangerous, desperate. And I can tell you what, we are going to hear some little tidbits drop in closing arguments tomorrow, my darlings. Thank you. I see confirmation from the universe. We are going to sit here. Hold on. We've got to do this. Hold on. Here we go. Now, my darlings, as far as I can see, let me say this. We are going to hear some tidbits tomorrow. And I believe that one of the reasons that they dropped this third-party culprit, I don't know if you was watching today, probably so, and you caught it, where Uncle Albert is safe, and it is Higgy they will be throwing under the bus. Could Uncle Albert have made a deal? Could this be that there's more information that's going to be coming out? Because I can tell you this, no proffer is going to save Higgy now. And remember, all this time, way back, not to the troglodytes, but just a little bit. I made a video called The Key Witness. It's about Higgy. This was like last year. The key witness, the key. And you know, the key bracelets, the key. And John has talked about, sorry, we have a child alert that came out. Oh, Lord, bless them. May that child be okay. Wow. Okay. Okay. Calm down. All right. So there's more to come. There's more to come, my darlings. You don't have to worry. Because for most of you who have heard that there's more to come, you know it. And for most of you who have asked, will these people come to justice? Oh yeah. Because I want you to think about this. The garage door. When Karen is found not guilty, she will go outside and she will start talking about that garage. Now, the basement is significant. I don't want you to forget that. The basement is significant, and John's energy has said that on our EVP apps. But the garage. And I'll bet those people that live in that house, I bet they just want to kick the Alberts in the knee. The fact, look at what they bought. Look at what they bought. Those poor people. And see, Canton would never allow that to be turned into a B&B, be something like that, because it's the same thing as the Amityville Horror House in New York. Amityville, New York. Pardon me. I have 3 drinks here. Tea, iced coffee, water. What am I? I'm a 2-fisted drinker. Oh my God. Where's my ham? Hello, ham sandwiches for all my friends. Ham sandwiches for all my friends. It'd be okay if I ate ham. Maybe that's where the pig DNA came from. Oh Lord. See, that's another thing. I wish there was this DNA thing that was going to come out. Oh. We never did get to hear, not yet, about the keratized. Oh, my ear. Sorry. We never did get to hear about the keratized DNA. That's a secondary transfer. It's there. We just didn't get to hear about it. They kind of kept it out. So I got to tell you, so you're going to see much more. So pay attention to the signs tomorrow. And Hank may or may not be giving closing arguments. If he gives a closing argument and if he stands up and in his own eloquent way is snarky, he just had a little ham Sammy and he got a little mustard on his lapel and his paralegal, the one with the pencil skirt, comes up and wipes it off, then we know that the jig is up. We know. So, but if he gets up and he's calmer and he's quieter, we know. We know. And listen, you hear everybody say, oh, the fix is in. Yes, Hank, the fix is in, because you watch. I can tell you this. It was somebody up here who told Hank, you sit your crack down tomorrow and you sit up there and you don't open your pie hole. You let Lolly do this, because the less you are out there right now, the better it's going to be. And they knew the jury was not going to be in there, so the jury wasn't going to see him calm. This is the most calm and quiet we have seen Hank in a year. Almost a year. 8 months, 9 months, something like that, maybe 10. But just wait. See, they've not gotten paid yet, but just wait. They will be getting paid after this is over. How much is that going to be, Hank? You made an agreement for 75 smacks, and now it got up to 250. Now you've got charges. Now you've got evidence. Now you've got experts, and you've got a paralegal, ooh la la, who needs to be paid. Oh. So yeah, Hank, the fix is in for you, pal. Sorry about your luck. And there will be people who actually like that. They will be on the wrong side of the tracks. They will be looking at him like, oh, he's perfect for our operation, our organization. He's perfect for that. We need that. But you get somebody upstanding and perfect, they're not going to want him. Pardon me, I have to sneeze. Give me just a second. I'm back. So anyhow, right now it's quiet because they've pulled the plug on him. So now we don't have the third party culprit, and they took the missing witness off the table. See, there's a little something behind that. There's a little something. Thank you so much, Jerry. Thank you. And I want to look at this beautiful lady, so dedicated to this channel. And I'm going to tell you, she does it just out of the goodness of her own heart. And I'll tell you what, there's another one here. You go, this lovely young lady who is here helping out. She is also a wonder, both very dedicated. So I want to thank you both for being here. Listen, my darlings, this is not the end, because when Karen is found not guilty, this is just the beginning for us. There's a lot of crime for us to see. In fact, we may even stream Lori Daybell's. I want to say Daybell. Lori Vallow sentencing. We may want to stream. There's some things that we want to stream, and plus we're gonna have a lot of fun. We're just going to get on here and just talk. And then, we cannot forget my new boyfriend, Reggie, Road Rash Reggie. We cannot forget him. I mean, he called me for coffee the other day, but I told him I was getting a blowout and I couldn't come. So yeah, look at him. His favorite dance is the twist. Look, Reggie, pull yourself together. This is Rescue Randy's cousin, Reginald, and his name is Road Rash Reggie. Road Rash Reggie. Oh my gosh, his favorite game, there we go. His favorite game is Twister. But he cheats. Look at him. Oh my gosh. That is so funny. You guys are so funny. And speaking of cheating, I want you to meet the law firm of Do We Cheat Him and How? Look at that. Listen, when ladies in the chat, I know there's some gentlemen in here, but I'm just gonna be talking to the ladies right now. Would either one of these people, I don't even want to say gentlemen, be somebody that you would think that there might be the remote interest in? Can you imagine? Can you imagine ladies going out to shop, coming home to spank Brennan, and him looking at him looking at you and say, "Did you stop to have a ham sandwich?" Oh my God. Oh. Oh my gosh. Nanny Shazzer, my darling, bless you. Sorry, guys. I'm silly tonight. Zelda, you remember Christmas morning and you was seeing John and he told you there was another case. His name could be Justin. I'm going to tell you what, there was another car accident very close to John. And that was something else. It was very close to him. Okay, I'm in rare form tonight. But can you imagine coming home and him looking at you and honking through things like that, and him saying, Did you go out with the clerk and have a ham sandwich? Or did you just stand in the corner and wait to have an Uber to take you home? Can you imagine? What is so ew? I mean, my gosh. There were some agents a long time ago that I met, and it was on another case. And we have to laugh, right? We have to laugh. And when this is over, we're all going to be tears and laughing at some of these things that have happened. And that's what we need to be. And so does Karen, right? Karen? Right, Karen? So, oh my gosh, Hank's voice. Really? I know it. Alessi's bicep. No kidding. I love that. But Ellen, look at you. I'm having a ham sandwich tomorrow during deliberations in honor of Crash Daddy, too. And happy birthday, Kai. Yes, we're a little late. I'm going to sing happy birthday to Kai, Dr. Rentschler's son, where he was cut off so rudely. Maybe or maybe not. You will see this, but we're going to sing it to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kai. Happy birthday to you and many more. That's from all of us, if you're watching, to the Renchlers. That's from all of us to you. Your daddy is fantastic, and we are sure that your mama is also very fantastic too. So that's for you. Now, anyone seen Bev's Graves concern? I love this. What role did AJ have in the Bulger trial? I think he has a vendetta with the feds. He has a vendetta with life in general, but yeah, he was, and I'm going to tell you some of the things that went on with Whitey Bulger, and Hank went to Whitey Bulger's funeral. I mean, anyway, I was going to tell you a story. My darlings. Feds. I was with a client and he had a buddy who was with the feds. And I got a little bit of work there. That was years ago, a couple of decades ago. And this guy, you know, it's definitely intimidation immediately. That's it. Intimidation immediately. Because the moment that you hear Fed, I mean, hello, the first thing you think of is this. FBI, open up! Right? So I was always very careful about what I would say. And he would say, and finally, every now and then I would say something and I could see him grinning a little bit. And finally, I went up to him and I said, "Can I ask you a question?" And he said, "Sure." And I said, "It may be a little personal, but I'm going to say, when your wife goes out to shop and she comes home, do you interrogate her where she got that dress? Or what did you do? Where were you on the night of the 11th? And do you put a bright light over her head He was laughing so hard by the time I was done. I mean, for years. He retired. In a few years, he called me, and then I don't know what happened to him. I don't know if he passed away or not. But anyway, but I just thought that was so funny because, you feel that intimidation. But I would feel, first of all, I would not even be attracted to Hank. What? I mean, can he dance? No. He can play the harmonica, whatever. Well, he's just somebody that doesn't do it for me. And to look at him and he goes down the street of Dedham to the bagel shop and holds his little bag, gets a cup of coffee and holds his little bag as he goes back to the courthouse. Whatever. Weirdo. Whatever. Loser. So anyway, my darlings, there we are. So that's the latest. There's a lot that's coming. And we're going to get the telltale in the closing arguments tomorrow. The fact that they took third-party culprit off of the table, and I don't know if you caught this or not, but our dear King, David Yannetti, hello, David, was saying there today, yes, something about Brian Albert. And Judge Bev says, yes, but what about Brian Higgins? He's not. Something to the effect that it was open game on Higgy. It's open season on Higgy. Open season. I had to have my ear things in today to listen. So, my darlings, we've not been hearing much from any of these people. And I did hear that the feds have been lurking around still. I believe that. I don't think that they've ended much of anything. They know. And the fact that I want you to think about this too, my darlings. They know, the feds know, the fact that, which is the fact that Dr. La Posada, I mean, look at the lineup. We had Dr. Wolfie, Dr. La Posada, Sergeant Barrows, Dr. Marie Russell, and Dr. Rentschler. All. He was not hit by a car. He was not. Look, I'm going to tell you this. And I've seen some cases, and I've seen some horrible autopsy photos, the kind that you just think, I didn't even realize the human body could look like that. So I've seen a lot of things. And I'm going to say this. If Karen had an aluminum baseball bat in her car and got out and smacked John around a few times, it still would not have caused these injuries. I don't care who they are and what they said. The fact that he had an indentation, this is the back of his head, occipital bone right here. He had a cut right here, and the cut over, this is how it looked on his head. I'm giving you the side shot, the side profile. The bottom part of this gash in his head was indented, and this came out. That doesn't happen except in certain circumstances in which you land just the right way on like a corner of a step. Craziness. Cheryl, my husband thinks, oh, hello to your husband. We've got families involved. My husband thinks full acquittal and then some indictments are coming. Yes. We are going to see it. You watch. Karen is going to be out. She's going to start talking about the garage. That's where he went in. I think he was led to the basement and perhaps carried to the garage, because in that video, he talked to me about being laid in a cold, dark place. Hello, does that make sense? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Does that not make you sick, Florida Flan? Florida Flan. Oh, my goodness. I'm so sorry. Flan. Oh, that sounds so good, doesn't it? Julie Nagel, big black blob. They're all blobs as far as I'm concerned. Every one of them. Free Karen Reed. No, that's right. Amanda, she didn't even strike it. That's right. Absolutely. Zenith 740, hello, my darling. I can't wait for their first interview after her acquittal, right? Because after her acquittal, hey, it's no holds barred. She can say whatever she wants to say. Granmere Rain, an ex of mine, got hooked on Karen's case last week. Now he's burning mad what they did to her. Yeah. Most people can see it. And I'm still seeing the snark tank on X. Especially, what's his name? John PDO, something like that. Whatever. Said that this was a sign of the devil. No, Wipe-hole. It is sign language for I love you. What rock? Could it be the rock that was in the yard at the Albert's place when they had the viewing? Is that the rock that you came out from under, pal? My goodness. People. That's why they didn't want no mention of the garage. I believe that. Don't think that Bev doesn't know. Don't think. Susie Q, hello, my darling. Look at those two sweetie pies. Hi, ha, 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 ha. I love it. I spoke to my husband about the trial going to the closings tomorrow. His eyes literally glazed over and he fell asleep. That's my son. Walking. Sometimes my son will walk through when we've got a live going on, and I'll look at him and give him kind of a, grin, or I'll do the ear thing, and he will just he's like, Mom, I want her to be okay, but I want this over. I can't stand hearing Karen Reed. He said, I come out and I see you reading cards and it's Karen Reed. And I said, but honey, I mean, that's it. The bulkhead is cold and dark, damp, or outside near the garage. Well, let's take a look at the bulkhead again, Anne. Let's take a look at this bulkhead. Where is it? That's the bulkhead. Anything look sharp in there that he could have fallen against after he was plummeted by somebody's fist? I don't know. Dubra 70. My son is over it too. There you go. That's okay. You know what, my darlings, we're gonna be finding something else, because there's going to be much more. This is the actual picture from the first trial, by the way, my darlings, of the bulkhead at 34 Fairview. That's the actual bulkhead. Kind of gives me chills. If this were not so far from me, I would approach those owners and say, hey, you want to sell your house? I bet they would jump on it. And you know what I would do with it? I'm going to tell you what I would do. Because I'm going to tell you there's some energy there. And I'm going to, yes, there is some, hi there, Sarah. Look how pretty you are. There's gym equipment in the basement. Could have hit it literally could have been anything. Louise, hi, my darling. Louise is always so sweet. She always says hello, good morning, good evening. She's always here. She's a foundation of this channel. Hi, Louise, my darling. Zelda, do you think the truth will ever come out? Yes. I do not believe that we will know the play-by-play, but we're going to know. And you know what? As long as John gets justice, that's the thing. Oh, did you now? Well, maybe I have to go on realtor.com and keep watch. There we go. Purple Ninja thought Jackson mentioned the doorknob first trial. He sure did. And the look on Brian's face was like shock in a way. Sure did, my darlings. V, you're right, my darling. Sinister as can be. We had a bulkhead like that. It was damp and cold. Now, for those of you who do not live in the area, to me, because I had never heard of that particular saying, that bulkhead in the in like real estate type things, because everybody is different. And when I was, of course, bulkhead is on a ship, and it's kind of like up and under the ship as there's a bulkhead in there. And it does reminisce that kind of sort of in a way, an old ship. But for many of us in the Midwest and in the South, that is the stairs to the cellar. That's all it is. We had basements and then we had cellars. Those were kind of scary. Here we go, my darling. Look here. We have a new member. Melissa, welcome, welcome. Welcome, my darling. So glad that you're here. Welcome, welcome. And then Elizabeth, thank you for my chart reading. It was very dead on. Love you, pal. Love you back. Oh, whoop, forgot a finger. Love you back. Mean it too. I do. Elizabeth got a moon phase reflection report. A moon phase report. And I enjoy doing those. I really do. And if you like getting one, if you like getting those, they're on sale now. You can go over to the shop. So let me see. We had a bulkhead. I think I said that. Yes. Apparently the owners are fed up of the sightseeing drive-bys. That's what happened to Amityville. I tried to buy the Amityville house. They bought it. They did some sneaky little real estate tactics there. But I saw it in September of 2016 when it was for sale. And I wanted to buy it. The asking price was $800,000. And they ended up selling it for $650,000 to the current owners. They cut out the real estate agent. They did some sneaky little things. But I wanted to, and I mean, this is just the paranormal in me. Most likely, I would not put it on Airbnb. I would not do anything. What I would do is put cameras in that house, have the cameras going 24/7, not live in it. And if a paranormal group wanted to come in and spend the night, I would allow them to do that as long as they didn't disturb the neighbors. I would not put it up for rent. I would just leave the cameras going 24/7 and man those cameras. That has always kind of sort of been my dream, to buy a haunted house like that. And just now, do I think that house is haunted? It may have some energy there. It may have some energy there. So there we go. On to BB2. Zelda, you were spot on with Dr. Lapasato. I loved her, sassy and stark. She's my kind of woman. Take no crap. That's right. I'm every woman. That's right. I love it. Let's see. Gramir says they had weight bench presses and a rack of weights. Don't tell me I missed another call. I'm signed out. I think it was only one. Okay, let me get rid of that. Okay. Sorry about that. Fit on a pipe that could have been used to hit the top of the skull. Could be anything. When I was picking up his energy, it was during the remote. It was, here's this scene, okay, then here is this scene, okay, and then here is this scene. It was not smooth like a movie put together. It was very choppy. And that's how I knew that it was real and his energy, because energy like that does not retain the details, because after all, he didn't know what hit him. Literally, he did not know. I mean, which makes a lot of sense. And I hope that they, in their, I hope that they have, and I would do that in 34 Fairview if I bought that house. But if I bought any house that had anything like that, I was going to buy the Chris Watts house in Colorado. And I decided not to do it. Yes, we're going to do that, my darling. We're going to pull a card for tomorrow. 2 hits, middle of the head, base of the neck, stairs. Yeah, John Mike. Yeah, keep on trucking. Oh my gosh. I haven't seen that in a long time. That's pretty cool. I love this, Samantha, you darling. Missed first part, we'll catch up. But I'm not too far from New Orleans. Nice. The listing signs in the French Quarter sometimes publicly display haunted, ghosts included, buyer beware. Isn't that something? There's a lawyer, once this is over. He's he's very popular on LawTube. He actually handled a case for a haunted house one time, where some people bought a home and the sellers didn't disclose. I think that's how the story, and I want to ask him, because I'm going to invite him on here to tell that story. And how there was this, I guess, lots of stuff going on in the house, and the seller did not disclose it to the buyer, and they sued him and won. So, that really is a thing. I mean, that's a thing. Hello, my darling Nene. I think that's how you pronounce it. If not, my apologies. I hope John gets his justice. I believe he will. I thoroughly believe that. You could make any of those houses into an epic Airbnb. That would be awesome, but I don't think Canton would allow that. I don't think Canton would. And I already knew going into the Chris Watts house in Colorado, they weren't going to allow any of that. I wanted to make arrangements with another paranormal person to go in there with me. And it sure does, Amy. The neighbors say of the Watts house, because it had been on for sale off and on for a while, Shanann and the children are buried in North Carolina. And so it's been for sale. Some people wanted to buy it. They actually moved in, and they said that there were so many people that were pulling into the drive, coming through the backyard, looking through the windows, and they had remodeled it. And this is what I was told. During this, they remodeled the kitchen in another room, I guess. And it stirred up some activity to the point where they just left. They put it up for sale. They got another place and they left. They took their things with them, but they left. So I wanted to go in and just calculate, activity. I wanted to do the same thing. Put the 24/7 cams in the rooms, get everything together, blah, blah, blah. And the realtor said, if I were you, I'd be very careful because these neighbors, it's just too fresh. These neighbors will not like it. And I'm like, yeah, but I would not make it. It would not be a public thing. And she said, the amount of people that drive by here, and that's very true. It's very sad because just like with the Amityville house, 50 years ago, this past November, that mess happened. Can you imagine? Anybody here remember that? 50 years ago, the Amityville problem, I'm going to say massacre, happened. And there is still problems there. And those people hide out in their house. The neighbors, it causes trouble. So it would have to be some place that maybe is not in a subdivision where they have HOA rules or something like that. But I certainly would love. This Conjuring house is such a mess. But I'm going to tell you something. The paranormal community does not like me when it comes to the Conjuring house because I debunked the theory of that woman doing that nasty stuff in that house. Originally, I do believe that there are some entities there, but I do not believe it was from that woman. And I would not buy that house. That house has too much negativity in it. So no thanks to the Conjuring house. That's not, I wouldn't want that property. It's like a thing of the past now. It's run its course. Gemini, thank you so much for that. Praying for Karen, Friday the 13th, also my birthday. Gemini, somebody else had a birthday today too. I love Friday the 13th. It's actually very lucky for me. Let's sing happy birthday to Gemini. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Gemini. And thank you for being here. Happy birthday to you. And many more. There you go, my darling. I hope you had a wonderful day and will have a wonderful day tomorrow. That was wonderful. Louise says, I was very sorry to hear John had a heart problem, right, and did not even know about it. Can you imagine? Oh my. Somebody just sneezed behind me. His name is Riley, looking up over the monitor at me. Thank you, my darling. Thank you. Well, we're coming out of this. I'm finding my own in this stream. Oh, wait a minute. There's a big bang outside and some people were screaming. I may have my own paranormal thing. I may have my own crime saga going on. All right. So anyway, we're coming into my vibe because I started my live streaming during the Karen Reed trial the first time. And doing all of this, bringing you guys along. And it's one of those things that it's like, oh gosh, I don't know what's going on here. I think my lighting is messing up. It's getting dark and my lighting is messing up. Oh, well, if it doesn't bother you, I won't allow it to bother me. So you are very welcome, my darling. You are very welcome. So I'm going to try to have, we're going to try to do that here in just a little bit. We're going to, did you see that Matthew Farwell, I think, whoever he is apparently not the father of Sandra Birchmore's baby? The Boston Globe just released the story. Doesn't change what he did. And he thought, oh, could it be his brother? Oh, boy. No, I did not. Wow. That's really, that makes it even doubly sad, doesn't it? Thanks for sharing that, cat lady. Thanks for sharing that. Dubra, I think that's an excellent question. Do you think John's energy will be at rest after this? To a certain degree. This is like the first phase. Get Karen out of there, get her off the hook, and then deal with these people that did this to him. So, yes, there will be a time where we say goodbye to him. Now he may come in, whatever, but there we go. I recall Brian saying, we never used the garage. Very sus, right? I remember that too. Heart issues that the ME brought up. That's right. Realtors are not required to disclose a death in a house listed for sale in Georgia. I've heard that. In Tennessee, I know they are. And here's the thing I always ask. I know that sounds really weird. But I always ask, can you tell me somebody has passed away? I got to tell you this. A few years ago, I viewed a home in Tennessee. The realtor and I walked in, and I looked at her. Now, she knew. Most realtors don't know what I do, and I don't tell them because, they freak out. I mean, they're in the middle of the Bible Belt thing and a very, very church-going community. I think that's great. But what I do, they don't like. And out of respect, I just don't go in there and, right? I mean, and out of respect for myself, I'm not going to I don't want to garner that attention. She knew we walked into this house and her name was Kelly. And I said, oh, Kelly, something doesn't feel right in here. She goes, no, it doesn't. I said, I think somebody passed away. She goes, I'm going to find out. So we walked around the house and she texted somebody and they called her. And she said, this is the other realtor. And I said, well, go ahead and talk to them. I'm just going to walk around. And as I was walking to the kitchen, I saw something go past the doorway very quickly. And I said, okay, if you're here, I'm not going to get this place, so you don't need to worry. And just then, Kelly walked in and she looked at me and she said, I know I'm a realtor and I'm not supposed to say this, but I don't think you want this house. And I said, I know I don't. I just saw something go past the doorway and a little girl had drowned in the pool. And I'm not a pool person. If I'm looking at a house, give me a fireplace. I don't care about a pool. I'm not a big swimmer. Okay. Hello. Give me a field behind me with a cow. I'm there. But a pool, if I want to swim, I'll go find a pool. But I knew at that moment that it was not the house for me. That was too wild. That was too wild. Zelda, can we have a live dedicated to your stories and weird experiences? I need to hear them. Yes. I'm going to tell you what we're going to do. And maybe even tomorrow, starting, starting tomorrow, well, we're on verdict watch because I've got to run these errands as long as it's not storming. Now, if it's storming, I'm not going to do the errands in the morning because we've had some violent flipping storms here. Losing electricity. I'm okay with all of this at home. I do not want to be out in the middle of it because some of the errands I have to do tomorrow require me driving a few miles, and I just don't want to do that. So it may not be until Monday or so, whatever, that, and if I have to go do it, and if and if it comes back and I'll go live from my phone, hello. I mean, that's just the way it is. But, yeah, because I got to get some errands done. I'm going to tell you one thing that I told my son. When this case is over, my house will be cleaner. Right now, I'll go into the bathroom and I'll say, "Oh, I'll clean it." And see, I'm not a dirty person because I've got cats. I want to make sure that everything is like hello, because that's very important to me. No clutter, no this. And I look around and I think, "Oh, I should have thrown those boxes out. Oh, I should have done this. Oh, I should have done that. I should have, and I don't like to live like that. Believe me, it's going to be, oh, now. Anyway, yes, my darling Susie Q. Tomorrow we will start. I might even play a few little videos for you. And if you want to see one now, we can, because it's another channel of mine and they're little shorts. And I do it all. I do all the videos, the graphics. I'm going to show you guys. Let me see. I'm going to show you. I'll go. There you go. I love to have you go. I'm going to show you guys. I found a picture of me when I was 17, and it was not in good shape. So I remastered it, and I'm going to show it to you. And what reminded me is because I have worn hoops, thanks to Rosebud, she got gold and silver and gold. And I started wearing hoops when I was in junior high, and I don't stop. So I'm going to show you this, and this is what I made, and then you'll get to see sort of kind of what I looked like. Here we are, my darlings. Ready? Watch your screen if you're not watching. Hello there, my darlings. If you would like to know what I looked like when I was 17 years old, well, this is about as close as I'm going to get. I was sitting in a car in the back seat waiting for my boyfriend to get done with football practice. Yes, I don't feel like I have changed at all. What do you think? I've changed a little bit. But anyway, there you go. Florida fan, if 34 Fair you can tour it. I'd love to, but here's what's probably what they would do. And it would be okay. They would want probably no, I'll tell you what Amityville did with me. No cameras, because I would have been in there, click, 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 click. Hello. Just running video and everything else, and they know. So it'd probably be no devices, and it would probably be proof of funds given like from a banker or some attorney office that had, or a mortgage letter, something like that. And, quite frankly, I'm not one of these that wants to put my personal information out there to a realtor. I've had problems with that stuff before. So you never know, though. You never know what Zelda will come up with. Here we go. Zelda, do you watch Paranormal Zone on YouTube? I think so. I watch quite a bit. And some are scripted, but I'll tell you what, I watch the two guys on BuzzFeed. They crack me up so much. I laugh so hard. And we've got something that's very, Willow, my darling, I'm feeling so much more optimistic than I was this week. Thank you for all you do. And I'm continuing to pray a not guilty verdict. Bless you, my darling Willow, for your generosity. I'm sending you some good vibes, because you know what? We need to remain optimistic. We certainly do. So thank you for your generosity. There you go. That's okay, my darling. Listen, voice to text. I have to do it. I have nails. I mean, these are jewels, not tools. I have to be able to use what I've got. The last owners, the husband flipped out and almost did the same thing. You mean of the Amityville house? Oh yeah, I think so. They kept the furniture. Can you imagine? They got rid of the mat. There are still stains in the upstairs that cannot be removed. And they've tried to remove them. See, that's the whole thing. That's, I'm sure, why they had to replace the flooring at 34 Fairview. I would love to have you go with me, Purple Ninja. You just never know. If I can get a house or a big barn or something, hey, you just never know. There just may be. Come on down. Seeing Crime Community, come on down. Well, thank you so much, my darlings, because we have 50 people at Fate and Fortune. Please give us a thumbs up. Please subscribe. And I'm going to say, if you want to pop on over there, we're not going to have a giveaway tonight. We probably will after the verdict comes in. And I want you to know that when we get to 4,000 subscribers, we will have a big giveaway. So you want to make sure you participate in that. And thank you so much for all of you who are here. Please give me a thumbs up. We have almost 300 people watching. That's just wonderful. That's just wonderful. Let me see if I can. When Pippi, look at this. I love these pictures. Pippi, my girl, when I bought my house, I asked if it was haunted because it's almost 100 years old. Yeah. I'll tell you what, something else. It's still a big story here on Long Island. Yeah. It still is. It always will be. And the thing of it is, these people now don't play. I was warned when I went up there because, you know, I might push the envelope just a little bit, but, you know, they'll come and stand on the porch and do this thing. Or they'll do this thing looking, and they'll call the police. They'll have you for trespassing. They've got no trespassing signs. I got a little hint for you. Anytime anything is blocked off of Google, well, you can still go on Bing and look. You didn't hear that from me, but that's the word on the street. I'd be scared stiff, Louise, to live in a haunted house. Oh, this condo is haunted. Craziness. When we first moved in here, oh, heck. D says the owner, look at that. Sweet. Oh, my gosh. The owner of the Conjuring House is bonkers. Yes. She certainly is. Jason Hawes, you know, from Taps, has, you know, I'm with Irish here. I just think it's old news, and it's not what they want to vamp it up to be. I just don't believe that. I don't believe that. Somebody just text me and asked me for my Venmo. There it is. Tips are certainly not required, but they are certainly appreciated. Gives me a little gas money to go down to the Dairy Queen and get a cotton candy blizzard every now and then. There you go. As a Sag, I believe 13 is a lucky number. I believe that too. The family that went through stuff at the Conjuring House is still very connected to the house, very involved. Yeah. It was a woman that sold it to this person. I heard it was for sale, and then there's so much going on. Yeah, I don't like to, I mean, there's enough going on in the haunted house. Why do I want to get wrapped up in the drama? I heard somebody say drama the other day. Why do I want to get wrapped up in the drama of another thing? Friday the 13th was my dad's birthday. Well, he was born on Friday the 13th. He always said it was the luckiest day of the year. Isn't that sweet? My dad was born on the 13th. Not Friday, but it was the 13th of November. And he was a corker. He was something else. I have a lot of Sagittarius in the chat tonight. You bunch of loyal sweethearts. Friday the 13th was used as a celebration of the divine feminine, Freya, in Norse religion. Friday bears her name. Well, thank you for that little historical tidbit. I just love that sort of thing. I was born on the 13th, and it's always been a lucky day. Well, yes, see? There's Riley. Yes. Our family has family. Riley, my Riley boys. Oh, my darling, I'm sorry. I know. You heard you heard something. There was a big bang outside the window. The cats were like Mrs. Kravitz. My cats are like Mrs. Kravitz. Remember Mrs. Kravitz from Bewitched? How she would look out the window. Oh, she talked like this. Oh, I can't remember what her husband's name was, but it was always so funny. Let me see. I'm behind in the chats because I'm talking. Hello. Zelda is always so chill. Oh, there was a big bang and people screaming outside. That's right. Oh, well, there was something. Oh, well. Here we go. There was a ghost that just walked through my room. I tell them, if you want to reside, you may, but there's a vacuum, and one can be assigned to the dry work, one can be assigned to the wet work. But for some reason, they just let it go. That's just the way it is. All right. Wow, my kitty laying right beside me sneezed at the same time. Oh, must be something in the air. How many cats do I have? I have 6 now. I used to have 10. I lost 4 over the last 3 years. Very sad days. Like an Italian funeral here when one of them goes. And they've all gone in my arms. They're all here. I'm holding them when they all go. That's kind of the deal that we have. Lifestyle. Well, thank you. I just like having a cool stream. We just, look, Karen and all of us, hello, I'll get that right one of these days. We have all been just, we wait, literally, my darlings, I would go to bed watching YouTube, everybody else, every law tube, everything, wake up and check Twitter. What's going on? Is there another motion? Is there nothing? Is there another run out here? Do the cards. Tick, 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 tick. What's going on now? Oh, what's happening? What's Hank up to today? What's going on? Is Karen okay? To the point where, you just feel like you're in a rubber room. And and especially, imagine how Karen feels. All eyes are on her. Ooh, bless her. Anne says there's something about this case and Sandra Birchmore that drew me into the opening my eyes, right? I've heard some weird ones. There's been some weird ones that I've been like when I was growing up, the girl that got me into opera, she was a senior in high school. And I was in 8th grade. And after school, my mom would drive me to the high school to take voice lessons with the coach. And I would go in, and funny enough, but I would go in, they would be in the auditorium. And one day I heard this opera. I'd never heard it before. Hello, we were on the farm. Never heard opera before. My mother was a classical pianist. She played the organ. Everybody played instruments, everything else. I sang. I played drums. We played guitar. But never heard of that before. And I heard her singing this opera, and I was like blown completely away. Well, I went home that day and said, Mom, have you ever heard of a thing called opera? And my mom's laughing. Well, hello, farm. And she said, yeah. I said, I want to sing that. I said, he wants my voice coach wants to try to teach me. She said, okay, bring home the book. So I would bring them home, and she would run through these arias. Well, this girl, her name was Jeannie, was having an affair with the band director. He was married, had 2 kids. She graduated high school. Now, they started this when she was in high school. He got divorced. They moved to Columbus, Ohio. He taught somewhere. I forget where it was. Jeannie was going to college. They got married. And then something happened. I did a video on it, and it was so sad. But he unalived her, and her dad, to the day that he lost his life, did not give up, and he was never convicted. Never convicted because there just wasn't enough to convict him. And he has all but disappeared now. He changed his name. Nobody knows where he is. Bad news. That was a close call. That was close to home. And it upset our community so bad. Oh my heck. Breaking from Larry, the DI. A cop is charged with Sandra Birchmore's death, trying to see if it's Larry. Oh, okay, let me take a look. Hello. Let me get here. Let me take a look. We're going to go to the Twitter universe. We're going to look. Okay, hold on. Former Stoughton police officer charged with the killing of Sandra Birchmore did not father her unborn baby DNAs. Every police department involved in the initial case should be worried. Canton PD, Stoughton, Massachusetts State Police, and Norfolk DAs homicide even after the federal arrest should be shouting to Fanning. Special shout out to John Fanning and Nick Guarino. Give me a second. Let me take a look at this. Stoughton police detective accused of killing pregnant Sandra did not father the baby. After retrial is hard to trust. Okay, let me look through this. I want to see it. I've got to see it. I got to see it. For my own. Doesn't change the facts. He unalived her. That's right. But where is the arrest thing? Let me go through here and take a look. A cop is charged. The plot thickens. Your move, Canton. Oh, that is Larry, the DUI guy. Well, who is it? All right. Well, I guess we'll have to look. I'm not going to sit on here and look for that. But thank you so much, Amy, for telling me that. Very good. All right. Here we are. Let me see. Lucinda, hi, darling. Late night, but I'm here. Hi, y'all. Well, hi back. I see. I think there's more coming for Karen Reed. Do you see now? It's just starting. Right, Louise? Right? I get what you're saying. I mean, he unalived her for nothing to begin with, but now I bet he's thinking, holy moly. This girl was so used. It's sad. Amanda would say, my mom used to say, I don't want to hear about that witchy stuff. That's funny. My mom was kind of like that. Feral Kitty, I can relate to your pet loss. I had 5 rescue dogs and lost 3 in the past 3.5 years after losing my fiance unexpectedly a year and a half ago. Oh, I'm so sorry, honey. I am so sorry. Well, we're going to find out. We'll be finding out as things appear and come about. Okay, let me see here. Let me catch up. Standing stones. Hi, darling. It was said that the feds were already hot and heavy over this DA's office for Sandra Birchmore, and the scab was open when John was unalived miles away. I think John was more involved than what we could think. Thank you very much. Scorpio here. Hi, Scorpio. Could Hank be an F? No, far from it. They don't do that. That's too romantic. They don't do that kind of thing. He's a walking time bomb. I don't see that at all. I don't believe that at all. I'm pretty confident that he's not. I haven't looked into Sandra much. I think we need to. Don't you? Don't you? I used to say, don't chew. My dad would say, I don't chew. Do you chew? I never really got that until, I haven't looked into, okay, my darling, we may just have to. I'm sorry, having a Mounds bar. I wish I had a Mounds bar. Oh, my heck. I'm trying to be cutting, and it is so hard. I got to tell you this, knowing what the next few days are going to be like, I made a big crock pot of gravy. And when my son wants to eat, he can boil a little pasta, put a little bit of gravy on it, because it's always better the next day anyway. Sandra is really heating up now. Oh, yeah, this is going to be good. And so there we go. Sometimes you feel like a nut. Sometimes you don't. Almond Joy has nuts. Mounds don't, because sometimes you feel like a nut. Sometimes you don't. I know, Zelda, what is going on? What is in the water there? I think I'm a little slap happy just because, tired, and now it's over and all this other. Oh, Boston Globe released it on Sandra 4 hours ago, but I don't subscribe, so I can't read it. Oh, Zelda, you call it gravy? Of course, we have to call it gravy, my darlings. I make my grandmother's recipe, and it's so dark chocolate and coconut. Oh, yeah. I make my grandmother's recipe, and it is very easy. It's the quick recipe. Give me a second. Give me a second. Somebody is. Samantha, thank you so much for sending the Cash App. Bless you, my darling. Thank you, thank you. That's very generous of you. Thank you very much. I like Larry. Maybe we need to ask Larry to come on here. When we get to 10,000, we're almost to 10,000. So if you could do me a favor, if you're here and you haven't subscribed yet, please do me a favor and hit that thumbs button, because the thumbs up button, because I'm going to be asking some people to come on. The people from CAB, Calling All Beings. There's 2 or 3 lawyers that I want to ask. Yes, our channel is small, but we're starting out somewhere. There we go. Yeah, I think I want to invite him on. I think it'd be a lot of fun. But I do want to, would you sing the Meow Mix song for us? Meow, 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 meow. Oh, wait, do I have somebody that I can have help me imprint? Now when I want somebody, they're not around. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Is that the song, the Meow Mix song? I think it is. Oh, Zelda, can we come for your meatloaf and gravy? Of course. I was telling you about the gravy. Hello. The quick way that my grandmother used to make it was 3 small cans. For some reason, she said that the tomato sauce that Hunt's made tasted better in the small cans. What is it, the 5 ounce or something like that cans? I tend to believe that, because if you get the 10 ounce cans, for some reason it just doesn't, for me, it doesn't taste right. So it's 3 cans of the small Hunt's tomato sauce. And then I put ground beef in, and mushrooms, onions, and then sometimes I'll add some fresh tomato. But see, we have, here's a little trick for you, my darlings. We have a little bit of reflux, and eating tomatoes and pineapple and all that stuff. Ooh, tomatoes, especially tomato sauce. So this is what I do. I take the apple cider vinegar with the mother in it, which is Bragg's, I think. And I shake it up really good and maybe put a tablespoon of vinegar in my gravy with a teaspoon of sugar. And you got to let it cook so that vinegar can get really absorbed in there. You never taste it, and it is delicious, and you don't have the reflux issues. Believe me, I've tried everything from baking soda. Baking soda does not work, and it turns your gravy weird. So I use the apple cider vinegar, and we don't have problems. Zen Jen and the ginger baby. Oh, how long have you been YouTubing, Zelda? Since 2018. I've been I think I took a year off. I hardly went live at all because it was just something that I had imposter syndrome very badly when I was on here. And it was very difficult for me to get over that threshold. But now look at me. Hello. But yeah, I've been at it. I have over 3,000 videos, I think, on my thing, on my channel. So there you go. Thank you so much, though, for asking. I appreciate it. Purple Ninja, a few of my friends here are here, and newbies. Well, hi. Welcome. Come in. John Mike, thank you so much. You adorable person, for your generosity. I appreciate you so very much. Thank you. There you go. Meow, meow, meow. Okay, I'm behind in the chat. We all message him in his chat. We can all message him in his chat. Okay, well, have him reach out. I did, Kurt with civil law came in one time, but I reached out to him, but I haven't heard anything. But I know that he is busy as well. So we've all been busy, so it's okay. Gene, my cat came running. Oh my gosh, isn't that cute? Any hints? Hello, equal parts sympathy and outrage. Look at you guys, so cute. Any hints, Lady Zelda? Is tomorrow the day to go down to Dedham Courthouse? I think Monday. And I'm going to tell you why. What I really want them to do is go in and look at the evidence. Now, of course, I want them to come back not guilty. They possibly could tomorrow. And this is very, very hard to say. Why? Why can't you predict this, Zelda? Well, I'll tell you why. Because tomorrow morning, Bev is going to pick the foreman, and then she's going to pick 4 more jurors. So we don't know who's going to be making this decision. We don't know who's going to be failing out. We don't know who's going to be picked. We just don't know. So I'll probably have a better idea tomorrow afternoon. So when we stream tomorrow for Verdict Watch, I'll probably have a better knowledge then. So there we go. Wait, meatloaf with cheese. No, I make a brown sugar meatloaf. The brown sugar meatloaf is excellent. My son doesn't like meatloaf. I love meatloaf. You know the worst meatloaf I've ever had? I hate to say it, throwing shade. Look, Cracker Barrel, if you want my meatloaf recipe, email me. I'll be glad to give it to you because your meatloaf has got too much green pepper and that's all you taste. And it falls apart. It just falls into part. You have to have it sticking together so the next day you can have a cold meatloaf sandwich, a sandwich. That's the way it's supposed to be. Purple Ninja, you're right. The bigger can is more watery. Things is smaller. Things in smaller batches are better. Oh, I think so too. I don't put lots of garlic. I love garlic, but only because the reflux thing. Onion and mushrooms and ground beef we do. Your grandmother is right. The small cans is what my Nana would do too. See? Grandma's add sugar. Yep, we add sugar a little bit. A little bit can do it. My message did not get attached, so I said, thank you, Zelda, for honesty and intuition. Great gifts for us. Well, thank you for being here. You guys, I could not have made it through this time without you guys. Because I would have been sitting here going, you got to be. The first time was I came back and said, not guilty, but there was something about a lesser included. And I was not used to it, but somebody just ate my lunch in the comments and said, there is no lesser included. What are you talking about? This is horrible. You're not a reader. I love that part. You're not a reader. Well, guess what? When it came back, it was a mistrial. And I had said something about that in the reading, that I think it's going to be a mistrial, but it looks like it's not guilty. There's a problem with the verdict, and it looks like there's something with a lesser included. There is no lesser included. Well, there was a drunk driving charge and blah, blah, blah. So there we go. W, it doesn't matter if Matthew is the father. He still violated her. Yes. Well, he unalived her. But that's big news. I want to know who this cop is. That's who I want to know. Amanda. I use Lipton onion because my weird. I like that too. I like that too. But I use oatmeal in my meatloaf. Instant oatmeal. And a tablespoon of brown sugar. You don't really taste it, but the brown sugar just keeps it so delectable. And it is so delicious and flavorful. But I put a little bit of onion, not much, because all of these flavors can really overpower a good meatloaf. An egg. Got to have an egg to hold it all together. But instead of breadcrumbs or crackers or any of that, I use oatmeal. I always put a teaspoon also, and what a great idea with the vinegar, Zelda. Well, I had to really come to terms with sometimes, we never really had acid reflux until we moved to the South. I don't know what that means. I don't know. I use small cans with, never mind, Zelda. You just said what I was going to say. We do the same thing. There we go. There we go. Only 3 things, not paste, cans of sauce, tomato sauce. And then what I do is I fill up 1 can with water and I toss them back and forth to make sure you get all the sauce out of the can. That's what I do with that one. I might be able to take a picture and post it because it's in the, I love fennel seed, but nobody else will eat it. Zelda, did you see a John message? I want to tell you something here, my darlings. I want to share this with you. Thank you again to someone who sent me a Venmo. Thank you. That's so very kind. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. There was a paranormal group that has one of these radio EVP things, and it's the one where the voices come through. You guys have heard it. You've heard it when I've had them. They come through when the voices come through. Hold on, I've got to turn this phone on. And this guy was talking to it, and it was creepy. I'm going to tell you, sometimes this stuff is just, I don't trust it. Just like in the human world, there are people to not trust. In the paranormal world, there are entities not to trust. And this guy was talking to this thing, and he was saying, "Is this you, John?" And you could hear this man's voice go, "Yeah." It was answering, "Yeah." And he said, "John, were you scared?" And he went, "Yeah." And he's like, so he asked something else, and he said, "Did Karen did it?" And he goes, "She did it." Now, I don't know. You know, you can't just pick up one of these things and start playing around, because you just don't know what you're going to pick up. And there are some times that when I do it, when I'm by myself, all by myself. Yes, 1 teaspoon of sugar to 1 tablespoon of vinegar. Yes, that will help. Imposter syndrome is the bane of my life right now, so she thinks she's an author. Oh, you are an author. All you have, Susie, you are an author. The universe knows your name. Forget about what other people say. Would they benefit by your book to begin with? No. You're writing for the masses, like all of us here, who really need to read the words that you write. You are an author. You are a professional writer. You're an author. Forget about what other people say. Do what's right for you. Put that barrier around you. Do it. Do it now. Do it. There we go. All right. Oh. Zelda, you've been making multiple videos a day for a while, giving only a few day fluctuation. What, when Karen Reed is free, are you going to go on vacation? No. No, we'll have other things to do. And I'm going to be on here doing our regular free, and I'm going to be looking into other cases. I'm going to, I mean, there are some out there that I would really like to get into that I'm going to bring to you and say, what do you think? My tarot investigators, what do you think, Zeldanators? So yeah, I have almost 400 videos just on Karen Reed. That's a lot of videos. Little Misfit too. I love it. I hate ketchup. It's disgusting. That's so funny, except on meatloaf. I like that too. Make sure that it gets very sticky on the top. That's how I make my meatloaf. You put the ketchup on the top, and sometimes when you bake it, and if it doesn't get sticky enough, I put it under the broiler. Get it good and sticky. Get it good and sticky. Oh, very good. Very good. Now sing the phrase, "Keep on truckin', baby." I don't know if I know that one. I don't know if I know that one. I don't know if I know it. I carry blessed oil, blessed olive oil, only because I found that sometimes when I carried blessed water, it will evaporate. Oh, hello. This is my girl that has a skin problem. And I'm going to put her down, because she looks bad. But she's got psoriasis, and the poor thing, itchy. Let me see. Hi, Anne, in the land of flying monkeys. Dun, 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 dun. Don't pay attention to the woman behind the green curtain. I caught your live. So nice to see you again, lovely lady. Well, hi, my darling, and look at you. I love those. I love the pictures. Is that a little goat or a little donkey? That is, whatever it is, sweet as can be. Sweet as can be. Senjin, I do love it here. Thank you. I think a month ago, it's wild. You find. I love that. Thank you. I love it. Jerry, I'm hoping for a not guilty tomorrow too by 5:30. I can tell you that. Let me see. Let me go through here. I love my lift. Listen, if I ever get a big barn and build a big place like I said I was going to build, then what I will do, my darlings, is maybe I'll just make meatloaf. But listen, here's the weird thing. I've tried making meatloaf for the masses and it never tastes right. The loaf pan, so I would probably have to make like 50 loaf pans because I got to have some for the next day so you can have sandwiches. And I know it sounds weird, but I eat mayonnaise on it. I can't help it. It's so good. I only like fresh, raw, homegrown tomatoes. Hard to come by in Alaska. Not a long enough growing season. Lots of sunlight out. Oh, yes, my darling. How is Alaska these days? Let me see. I make a brown sugar meatloaf. Got the idea from when I watched The Bridges of Madison County. I'm like, oh my heck. She's going to make my meatloaf. Do I write to them? I will write to them. There we go. I feel it will be quick. It's going to be quick. If it's not tomorrow, I think we're looking at Monday. Because I'm going to tell you what, I think these jurors are over it. I think they're over it. And then I'm going to start doing some readings on some of these other cases and maybe some of these other entities. And I'm going to pull in a little bit of paranormal type stuff. In fact, let me do something. I got a little something I want to do. And then I'm going to read cards. Then we're going to see what's going on. Let me call you sweetheart. I'm in love with you. Let me hear you whisper that you love me too. Keep the love light burning with your eyes so true. Let me call you sweetheart. I'm in love. Oh, I got the wrong bloody account. See, hello, Zelda doesn't pay attention. I'm in love with you. All right, here we are. Now, pay attention, Zelda. So I'm going to show you this. Oh, my phone feels so hot. Okay, why is that happening? Hold on, my darlings. There we go. Shaggy Noodle. Here comes a Shaggy boy. Sit up here, Angel. Why are you wet? All right, let me go here. Do not eat my hair. No way, buddy. He eats my hair. These cats, I'm telling you, there's a time when I want to just say, hello. Hold on. Hold on. Let me get this ready for you. And then I'm going to show you a few things. You guys will like this. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, my darlings. Okay, Zelda, need you to write that recipe down. I think I will. I will. Okay. Let me see. All right, my darlings, I'm going to show you another little project that I have. And if you would do me a favor, if you like it, stop. No. Why are you being a nutcase? Hi, Ruthie. Hi, welcome, everybody. What are you looking at, Bubba? Purring. This is Shaggy, everybody. Shaggy, the voice noodle maker. Shaggy, the voice noodle maker. Let me fix my green screen. That's driving me crazy. Oops, fading away. That's about as good as I'm going to get it. All right, here's what I'm going to do. I want to share this. I need to get on board. Okay, well, that's fine. All right, I'm going to share this with you. This is my little fantasy channel that I write for. I make all of these. I make everything. So tell me what you think. And here we go. Now give me a second.
Welcome to Silent Nightmares. Prepare to embark on a journey into the shadows, where the unexplained meets the macabre. Join us as we uncover forgotten mysteries, explore chilling tales, and dive deep into the world of the unknown.
There's Poe.
If you're drawn to the enigmatic, the eerie, and the unexplained, this channel is for you. Subscribe now and let the darkness of Silent Nightmares envelop you. The journey into the unknown begins here.
All right, my darlings, this is what I want you to see. Here we go.
Edgar Allan Poe is known for his mysterious, grim, and ghastly tales, but here are some eerie and lesser-known facts about the mysterious author and his life. These are 3 intriguing facts that you should know. Number 1. Poe had a deep affection for animals, particularly cats. He had several cats throughout his life, and one of his most famous poems, The Black Cat, explores the darker side of this affection. His love for animals contrasts with some of the darker themes of his work. Number 2. Unfinished masterpiece. Poe was working on a massive, unfinished work titled, The Lighthouse, before his death. The story revolves around isolation and madness, much like many of his other works. The story itself remains incomplete, adding to the sense of the mystery surrounding Poe's literary legacy. Number 3. Poe's stolen skull. In a bizarre incident, someone stole Poe's skull from his grave in Baltimore in the late 19th century. For many years, the whereabouts of this skull remained unknown. It was eventually returned to his grave in 1949, but the circumstances surrounding its disappearance and return are eerie, to say the least. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to this channel. Quoth the Raven, nevermore.
All right, my darlings, I want to show you this. Hello.
Welcome to Silent
Okay,
Nightmares.
still now. All right. Let me see. I want to show you. You guys will like this one. You guys will like, oh, you'll like this. You'll like this. Some of these things I took from real stories. But here, this is Tule, who is the vampire, with Reynard, the werewolf. Deep into the forest are the ruins of the haunting Ebonwatch Castle. Reynard the Lycan resides there. He is a fierce and force to be reckoned with. The only one I know that can control him is my Tule, the vampire. He protects me, especially at night, during a full moon by keeping watch in through my estate walls. Reynard dare not come near with Tule there. Even a man who is pure in heart and says his prayers by night can become a wolf when the wolfbane blooms and the autumn moon is bright. This is Crossy, and this is my friend Tule. He is a vampire, and if I would love any man in the whole world, it would be him. But he's quite a few years older than I. He does not have a thirst for human blood. He lives in an estate, and I've never seen him turn into a bat. Join me for more silent nightmares. Cheers. There you go, my darlings. There's a lot of little... Oh, hello. We don't have any more of you. Thank you. There's a lot of that there. Funny. But there we go. Those are taken. Those. Oh my! What happened to me? I look like I'm fading away. Those are my stories that I write, but they are based on true stories. There's Hawthorne is in there. Oops, hello, fading away. Oh, hello, goodbye. There, no. I'll tell you what, StreamYard, we're just going to leave it. All right, so there we are. Yes, this is up and running already. I'm going to get you I'm going to put this in the chat. You can go in there and basically see all of what I have done. I'm getting very good at editing. If I just had the time to do this, let me see if I can get this for you. So if you want to do a girl a favor, go on over, and here is the link to that channel. There you are. And I've been a writer all the time. Okay, it freaked me out at first, but I was told by a psychic to ask him to leave, so I did and never heard the noise again. Oh, I'll see Jules. I'm sorry that I missed that. Yeah. So thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, go on over. Thank you, everybody, for subscribing. I'm adding more stories. It starts out with Camellia Cross from a family in Cambridge with some big pedigree, and they call her Crossy. And she and Tule, I mean, there's a whole big storyline there, and how they, Reynard the werewolf and Tule the vampire, went to Egypt to rescue Crossy. It was a really big thing. It goes from the beginning to the end. It was right. Thank you. So I'm coming up with some more stories. I'm going to do some long content on there. Hello, like I have time. But thank you. My gosh, thank you, everybody. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. That's so kind of you, because that's my outlet. You know, some people will drink, or they have other things. That's my outlet. Let me get creative. You're going to see a story about, you see this little fellow here, the ghost in the glass who's called Frederick. And then Poe and Frederick talk. Well, they're talking to each other. That's how Poe found little Frederick in the glass, the ghost in the glass, in the library that has, whatever. And then the 3 little witches, or the 4 little witches, they're quite wonderful. So it's just, this is my gig. It's what it is. It's what it is. Okay, so before I have to go. Zelda, have you been to the Winchester house? No, I have not, and I would love to go. I would love to go. I want you to email me possibly, or put it in the chat. I put the link in the chat, my darling. Put the link in the chat to Camellia Cross and her friend the vampire Toulet. Toulet is actually a Frenchman who lived in England, and quite frankly, they're based on real characters that I know of. Okay, so here we go. I want to, now the Karen Reed. We have the Karen Reed case. I don't want to shuffle in the microphone. I heard this the other night. It was horrible. It was making such a noise. Now the Karen Reed. You're welcome, my darlings. Thank you. Now the Karen Reed is, the defense will rest tomorrow. Good night, Little Misfit, too. I love it. Susie, that's why I started an outlet. I'm only not subscribed, so I know for sure I haven't subconsciously plagiarized anything. That absolutely the type of stuff I read and write. Well, you're not going to plagiarize. Don't you worry about that. Don't you worry. No, I haven't seen the new baby video yet. I think those are so funny. Okay, here we go. I'm going to shuffle over here because that sounds bad in the mic. So let me see what I need to ask. Will we have a verdict in the next 48 hours? Will we have a verdict in the next 48 hours? Can you tell us anything about this verdict? Maybe that's the wrong thing to ask right now, but I'll ask it. You're going to see it before me. The Magician card. Now, this Magician card basically says they're going to be doing, let me see if I can hold it somewhere where the green screen. The Magician card means that they're going to be working their magic tomorrow, so to speak. This is the manifestation card with an infinite amount of ability and elements at their beck and call. So all they have to do is, if they're looking for a particular piece of evidence, as long as both attorneys agree and Auntie Bev agree, they'll send it back to them. I don't see there be a problem. They've got everything in evidence anyhow. Why would they not let them see them? But who knows? It's weird. So there we go. The Magician card. Now, let's see what's on the bottom of the deck. Oh, wow. The Ace of Swords. Legal. Thoughts. A fresh look at things. Brand new beginning. The sword cuts both ways. It is a timing card. So the timing card, when I said, will they get a verdict in 48 hours, I'm going to say yes. Yes. So I'm going to say it could come from any time when they are released to the jury room tomorrow until Tuesday at noon. Now, this is what I want to ask. Yeah, that's business hours, court hours. Court hours. It's not gonna cover the one in the over the weekend. Okay. Two dropped on the floor. The 9 of Wands and this Queen, let me put these cards down. This Queen of Wands, a very interesting combo for sure. This 9 of Wands standing out, putting things on the line, opening doors. Wow, Zelda, do your nails. Opening doors, growth. But look at this guy standing there. He's got a bandage on his head. He's been through the thick of it. Been through the thick of it. And it's resistance, but also resilience. This is the Queen of Wands. Look at this sweetheart right here. Basically, she is leading the pack of leading things. They're both fire elements. Leading things to a fiery conclusion. Now, the question I was going to answer or ask was, what's going to happen during closing arguments tomorrow? Oh, clock drift. Are you guys talking about clock drift? So what's going to, I have to lower my chair. Give me a second. Maybe. Oh, I lowered my chair. All right. Hello. But that's more comfortable. So this is it. I'm going to say this. You're going to think I'm crazy. There's a big part of me wishes there was a rebuttal. Why, Zelda? Why? Don't be a nut. Well, the reason that I'm going to be a nut and say this is because a rebuttal would have gotten Welcher, the Welcher, would have gotten up on the stand and he would have ended up making a fool. The defense would have just, like, hello, like shredded them. Sorry, Shaggy's standing right in front of my Shaggy Noodle. Stop. They would have shredded them. And from what I heard, and in case you missed this, from what I understood, there were some witnesses that did not want to come back and said, no, we're not going to testify again. We don't want to be. They would have wiped the floor with Hank's sphincter muscle. I'm going to tell you that right now. Sorry to be so bombastic, but that's very true. And the jury would have seen it. And Hank, look at how Hank was sitting there today. Hello. Look how he was sitting there today. I watched Hank more than I watched anybody else. Seriously. I watched him as he sat there and just was like looking. What was he doing on his computer? Was he on Facebook playing around? I tried to look and I couldn't see. But he's worried. I got to tell you this. Hank is very concerned. And if he stood right here and said, no, Zelda, I'm not worried at all, I would say, Hank, you're a bald-faced liar. Sorry. You better cross yourself and hope that things work out for you, because you are on the descent. That's why I believe these two cards came up, because this was choices, but we're going to see some little Easter eggs come out during the closing arguments. And I don't know if Hank is going to do closing argument or not. If Lolly does a closing argument, I think in some ways that's kind of weird, because Lolly was only heard from, what, 2 or 3 times during the whole trial. And then he does a closing. What? I would be like, boy, this guy, he's like, they forget it. Oh yeah, and how I need to get Hank on the channel. Right? I need to get Hank on this channel. Can you see it now? Hello, Zelda. Are you trying to be, no, Hank. We just want to see if you are for real. Period. Hank was watching Turtle Boy on the Zoom today in his trial. Okay, so let me ask something else here. Hank's in trouble. He's already in trouble. You can't tell me that you can't tell me that hello, Riley. You can't tell me that there was not somebody up here that squashed him. I loved it. I was like, Hank, loser. Hello. It was fabulous to watch, that's for sure, Dubra. Groovy, we are all on the Friday the 13th roll. Let's roll. I gotta do that. I always put this finger down. It looks weird. What is that? So I got to put this up. Nate, nice. I'm liking it so far here. And believe in Cosmos Power and Angel's message. Hi, Nate. I love it. Thank you so much. And little doggies, hug, hearts, and kisses back to you. Thank you so much for being here. Yes, now I got to do it. I'll learn. Okay, so here we are. I always wanted to get married on Halloween. What is that? No, sister. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. All right, let's go. Now I want to ask, what time is it? I'm going to go pretty soon. I want to ask, tomorrow we'll do some EVPs and cards. That was Sammy is on the windowsill. She's Mrs. Kravitz tonight, looking out the window. It's okay, V. Welcome back, darling. Okay. Poe, what do you think here, buddy? I want to ask, will we see charges come up after Karen? Will we see charges? Will we see an indictment or charges? Will we know more? Will we know more about John's case after Karen? There we go. Will we know more about John's case? Here we are. You're going to see it before me. You see this? And I'm sitting here shuffling. That always just blows my mind. The Queen of Wands again. So here's what I get that this means. The Queen of Wands. The spirit animal of the Queen of Wands is the Wands suit is the salamander. The salamander is said, now, of course, we don't know, and I'm not going to try it, and I know none of you will, but it is said to be able to go through fire and not be singed. Alfred, Mrs. Kravitz, Alfred. Right. Thank you, V. I'm going to say this. I believe Karen is like the salamander. Because she's coming through this as hard as it is, she's not going to be singed. That's what I'm getting. This is for Karen. The intuition, the fight, the opening the doors, the growth that has come through this. Walked through fire and came out on top. That's right, Dubra. Look at that cat there. Hello. Those little green eyes. Thank you, Pixie. Pixie was the artist. That is her little signature. See that right there? That is the signature of Cole. Oh, shoot. Now her mind. It's left my mind. Coleman Smith. They used to call her Pixie. Can someone summarize what Brenda did? Do you mean today or in general? Just in the last few days. And Poe's cat. There you go. Hello, everyone coming in. Do me a favor, please, and like the stream. We have 35 in Fate and Fortune. Thank you so much. And 247 so far in the stream. I'm loving it. Justice is coming after Karen and Turtle Boy freedom secured. Cat for Salem witch hunts. The energy and spirits may be helping Karen. You know, there are some proctors in Salem. And there was an Elizabeth Proctor who was Mr. Proctor's wife. I'm just saying. I wonder if they're related. Thank you, my darling. We love you too, my darling. I'll tell you, guys are wonderful. All right, we're going to go just a couple more minutes because then I got some work to do. Okay, so let's break it down for Mercury stars. Last few days, like the bad thing he did, he is worried about or in trouble with. Okay. During the testimony of Dr. Wolf from ARCA, Hank planted the evidence of John's hoodie that was in that frame of, I don't know, plexiglass is what it looked like, behind the witness stand, and nobody knew it. So during the testimony, Hank was getting all juiced up because the scale was not moving to where he wanted it to be. And so Hank goes racing behind Wolf. Dr. Wolf comes out with this and says, does this look like, what do you think about the holes on the back of Mr. O'Keefe's shirt? Paraphrasing. Mr. Wolf said, well, I heard something about some cuttings. And then it was, then there was some problems. But he did not show, number one, he did not show the defense first. He lied because he knew that these were cuttings that was from Miss Hartnett, who was part of the forensic investigation, who actually made those cuts on the back of shirt. And Hank implied and lied to the witness and to the jury, making them feel as though it was the accident that made those cuttings to John's shirt. They went on break. They came back, and Mr. Alessi got up and gave one of his fiery speeches. It was actually fantastic. And said that it was intentional, and it was. And then Hank got up and said, I must have misspoke. What? He did not object during Alessi's. Alessi asked for another mistrial, and of course Auntie Bev said, no, no. And then that was it. And Alessi has been, today he got up during this little, this was just I'm going to say it wasn't a charge conference, whatever this was that they had today without the jury, deciding on what to address the jury with. Alessi, he did not ask for a mistrial, but he mentioned this again, and they wanted Bev to give an instruction to the jury about this, and Bev already did, because not much though, and it was not helpful at all. So that's pretty much what happened. This is the first time he has lied. He's just like a snake. What's lower than a snake's belly? And that's really what it is. Completely on purpose. There we go. Completely on purpose. Again, Hank must have asked the same thing to Dr. Wolf almost 10 times before Dr. Wolf started to say cut. He did. Hello, he did. All right, so we want a verdict back with 227. We can manifest that, or 333. 333. And Bev found no grave concerns. After all of this, but I'm going to tell you the closing arguments are going to be something. Watch, listen closely. If I can get done in time, well, I won't be done in time unless it storms and I don't get to go out and do my thing, because I don't drive in storms and rain and all that. And then there's going to be some things going on here Saturday locally down by the college. And maybe I can go around that. But anyway, I might be able to do it Saturday morning. But I will be here. Yeah, this guy is just totally hello. L for loser. He's disgusting. Now I want to know this thing about Sandra Birchmore. So here's the deal. Here's the gig, my darlings. Always look for my videos coming out, because I'm always going to be reading about something somewhere, somehow. It's either going to be paranormal, or it's going to be crime related, or crime and paranormal related, because there's a lot of things like that we're going to be talking about. It's going to be you're going to see such a difference, because Alan Jackson did not come into the court today because he is preparing. Eliza Little and Alan Jackson were not in court. They are preparing their closing. What was Hank doing there today? He's the one who should be preparing. And we already know. They may go last. Pardon me. They may go last. They may not. Hello. They may not have anything. Let's pull out a House of Zelda card as a last. Let's get a final message from the House of Zelda's cards. And most of you will be getting your cards, I'm going to say now, at any time. Those who had put their orders in later will be next week. And depending upon the post office for me is 42 miles away. So it's not like I can just skippity doo dah. So there we go. So they'll be going there. Everything is going out. So there you go. Here we are. And I will be doing, hello, one fell to the floor. I will be doing a video on the House of Zelda cards and the best way to read. So I want you to look for those. And if you want to be put on a waiting list, please feel free to email me and say, please put me on a waiting list for the House of Zelda cards. And then if they open up again, because it was overwhelming, and it takes a minute to make these, because between the glue and the trimming and all of that stuff, it takes a minute. It takes usually 72 hours, if not longer, for the glue to bond, because I don't want to send them out and then have them all stuck together. I want to make sure they're not stuck together before I send you. Thank you, my darling. Look at what came out, and this fell to the floor. The universe knows the truth. And we are now in the shadow of the strawberry moon, and some of these cards went flying. Do you remember how the cards in this go Zelda, the House of Zelda? Maybe. Might be. Don't forget, there's rice jar. Don't forget your rice jar. And I'm going to tell you something that's happening with my rice jar. I don't do anything. Sometimes I'll pick it up while I'm talking on the phone, just like this. But I will tell you this. You see that line right there? That's some money, and there are other things making it to the surface of my rice jar. That means things are happening. There's a rice jar ebook in the psychic shop. Okay. The rice jar, my darling, is you fill your jar and be prepared, because there is and actually there is an ebook in the psychic shop, but the short and condensed version is you put rice in the jar, you set your intentions. Rice is a very magical and a very, I want to say, attracting element. Then I put money in here. I downloaded the check. It's free. There's a blank check that's appropriate to write out to yourself. That is in the psychic shop as well. And put this in here. You just pretty much manifest anything that you want to do. There you go. Did you email me, my darling? Did you say large or small? Because there's a large one, and then there's the small one that's on the Cartomancy deck. That small one is good too. Either one. All right. And then we'll put up a waiting list, and we will notify you. Yes. Okay. Thank you, Rice. Yes. So swing on over to the psychic shop, my darling. But if you want to be put on the yes, it's the same as the store. Let me put a banner up here for you so you can see. There we are. So, and when you get your cards, easy does it. You can't bend them. These are old now. And that you gently, because they'll tell you the story. Okay. Here we are. what's happening with Karen. Pardon me. What are you doing over there? Somebody's over there scratching around. Okay, my darlings, good. I see emails coming in. I'm going to make a video. I'm going to make a video so you can see how what I will do is, because I'm going to show you how to read them, how to shuffle, what to expect, because there's some hidden, looking at the pictures will help you as well. So everything here we go. You're going to see it before me. Unexpected. See? Do you know how many times, I know we've done these readings and there's overlooked evidence, unexpected, hidden things. Well, look at how many things have come out in this case. Unexpected things. Look, we learned about Higgy at the Sallyport. Look at all this stuff. Look at all of it. This card, you're right. This card has come up a lot. An unexpected. Now look, this can be anything depending upon what's with it. On the bottom of the deck, what do we have? Oh, good. The next 30 days are important. So something that is unexpected will be coming out in the next 30 days. Stop that right now. Sorry, cat alert. Something, you can use whatever kind of rice you have, my darlings. You can use whatever rice you need. You can find, I'm not doing any video readings right now because I've been too busy and I need to recharge my battery. But I think I have a few. So if you do want a reading, I can do that. But we still have the bracelets. Email me directly. I'll put you on a list and let you know when we have the cards available again. And then give you the link where you can purchase those. And yeah. Hello. Hello, sir. What would you like? Riley. If you saw Riley, all 22 pounds of him standing right beside me, he's like a miniature bulldog. Buddy's mother, look how beautiful you are, my darling. Every one of you could be my friends. Don't you think the jurors will not need long to vote? No, I don't believe it at all. I think within the next 48 hours, business hours, so not counting the weekend, I don't think they're going to need long at all. If it goes past Wednesday, I might start worrying. Oh, it's thundering. That's maybe what I'm hearing. We still don't know about John's socks. And you know what else I want to know, my darlings? I want to know about John's shoe size. What was his shoe size and what shoe sizes are in evidence? Will we ever know that? I don't know. My cat was 22 pounds and 4 foot tall on his rear feet to the tip of his, yeah. This, I don't know how that Sammy is his mother, and you can see how little she is. Petey's almost as big. I don't know where Petey is. I think they're just all chilling out watching cat TV. Tomorrow, tomorrow, I love you. Tomorrow, tomorrow's a day away. The sun'll come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow we'll have sun. There you go. And yes, there's another thing. Where are you? Yes, Joanne. 5 male DNA on his pants. I'm going to tell you something, my darlings. The feds already know. One of the most intriguing things about this trial that I loved is when Yuri Buchanan turned around quickly in the witness chair and said, "Oh, sorry, that bag, that evidence bag is moving." Yeah, pal, because you are about to be haunted. Nate, pig DNA on the shirt from Pig's Ear Streets to keep Chloe quiet while 3023. I have 11 rescue dogs and 16 cats, house dog. Well, I'm going to tell you that there's keratinized DNA. And pig DNA can be what they call a secondary transfer. I did a lot of research on this, and one of these people that was talking about DNA mentioned keratinized DNA, and they just slid right over it. They didn't come back. They just slid right over it. And I thought, keratinized DNA, that doesn't sound very, what is that? And the more I looked, keratinized DNA can come from the saliva of a dog, and the pig DNA can be what they call a secondary transfer. Meaning, if Chloe was chomping around on some pig ears or whatever it is that she was doing, and she took a hunk out of John and left some keratinized DNA, maybe not her own, but the secondary transfer of that pig DNA that may have still been in her saliva or her teeth would have transferred over into his garment. I am available, defense team, Mr. Alessi, Mr. Jackson, Miss Little. I am available and at your service, and I will be pro bono. Thank you. Thank you. There you go. I wish I could too. I need to find that. I did find it. We need to hear why the vomit was in the boxer shorts at the trial. Well, they didn't even show the shorts. Where are the shorts? I mean, not that I want to see anybody. Hello, buddy. Mommy's man. What are you doing? Wanting to sit here with mama. He has nothing else to do, so he's just going to sit here, sit on my cards. Would you like to come over and see somebody? I got to tell you something. Somebody in the comments today, and if you're watching, I get it, but you don't have to be so nasty. Somebody in the comments today wrote to me about that video yesterday and said, she's guilty. She said she hit him. She's guilty. And I said, well, she didn't say, I said, no, she's not guilty. And this one writes back and says, do you need Q-tips? What? Excuse me, snark. Don't come into my channel and be ugly, because I'll hand it right back. And I said, whatever it is, I said, there was no more. There was no more contact. Oh, Sammy, are you okay? Mrs. Kravitz just fell off onto a cushion. She fell off the windowsill. Okay. What's my man doing? Him doing good. Okay, let me see what else is it. I know people are ugly. People want to be. That's why. Hello, keep me with the paranormal group. I don't get as scared is what I do with these people. People can be so ugly and rude. Okay, what are you doing sitting on mommy's hand? You want to come over? Banish him. It was a her, actually. Banish. I said, well, you don't have to be here and watch. I said, she may have said she hit him. She wrote back in capital letters, hello. She could have hit him. Well, that doesn't make you guilty. Hello. I could have ate a Dairy Queen last week. That doesn't mean that I did. I should have probably. They all say the same thing. That's right, Amanda. They all say the same thing. They want to hate her. And I said, have you been looking at the evidence? She's factually innocent. So I don't know. Right? They act like they just fell off the truck onto the planet Earth. Well, that turnip truck that I fell off of on the farm didn't back over my head. There you go, Dairy Queen Kimberly. Hello. Hello. People are so blind and people are so ugly. I'm going to show somebody here that is sitting with me, and he's sitting right on my arm. You see this person right here? Don't look at the rest of my house. That is Riley. You see how he's sitting on the keyboard right here? And there's my hand underneath him. My hand is going to sleep, but this is what he does to Mama. Say hi, Riley. This is my big boy, my big son. This is my big man. That's him's. They're hearing it storm, so this is why he's not, he's sitting here on Mommy right now. Some other people are over there eating, but I always say people. I'm sorry, but this is my Riley Messer. Look at his little hands. He's got some big paws. When he was first born, I thought, oh man, he's got paws that are, look at him. It's starting to storm out. So it's kind of like, okay, where's my mommy? And believe me, look, get comfortable now, bud. And believe me, when I get the vacuum out, he runs like nothing. Petey will stand there and let me vacuum him. Seriously, if I've got a vacuum hose, he'll stand there like, okay, you can vacuum me. It's funny. Okay, so let's see. Me, because even I went blind with EDB and never got to guilty, the prosecution has to prove it. Drives me insane. I know. Now, I mean, here's the thing, my darlings. Lady Z, I send you a picture of my cat in front of you. Okay. Oh. Let me see if I can grab it. Oh, it's starting to feedback. It's starting to feedback now. Let me get rid of it here. Say goodbye, Riley. Goodbye, Riley. Thank you so much, everyone. You guys are all so kind. Here's the thing. I mean, we do have to remain hopeful. It could be another mistrial. If it goes past Wednesday, I'm going to get concerned. Okay? Just so you know. Oh my God. You guys I love you so much. Better with the Irish says, everybody's like, I want the cards. Irish wants my meatloaf. Okay, my darling. Here we go. Oh my gosh, I love this. I'm going to download. You guys, wait till you see this. Wait till you see this. You guys, you are going to love it. Oh my heck. Thank you for sending this to me. Oh my gosh. Let me see if I can get it uploaded. You guys, wait. I would buy your cookbook. Listen, you guys would love the homemade pizza crust, the meatloaf. I mean, this is like, and my quick cheesecake. Are you ready? 1/2 block of cream cheese. So 4 ounces. 1/2 of tub of like Cool Whip topping. I get the 0 sugar. It's still very good. You mix that together. You're supposed to use a half of cup of sugar. I don't. It's too sweet for me. I like a 1/4 cup of sugar. Sometimes I'll put frozen strawberries. You mix that up. You put it into a cracker crumb pie shell. You put it in the refrigerator, and when it firms up, it tastes just like cheesecake, and it has that. Now, it may be a full block. I'll get the recipe. I'll give it for you. I'll get it for you. It's so wonderful. Okay, so let me see if I can't pull this picture, because you guys just need to see this. Because look at this. Look at this. Look. That makes my century. That makes my century. Look at that. Look at this adorable kitty over here, laying right in front of me. Oh my gosh. And Amanda, thank you. Look at that. Is that, look, gosh, I look like I never go home at night. Look, I look the same as what I do right now. If my background wasn't the same, I'd be like, hello, I'm going to put the chat. Wait, oh, well, and here comes Sam. What's going on, girlie? Isn't that, I love that, Amanda. Thank you. I just think that is so cute. I just got a good one, but it's so bad for you. A tub of whipped cream, small can of crushed pineapple, can of sweet. Yes, that one is so good, Anne. That one is good. But I'm a big cheesecake fan, and I like fruity desserts type things. I don't like chocolate. I don't like chocolate cake. I want something more fruity, or a light cake, like a white or a yellow cake. So there you go. We've been trying all night to talk about the Lady Zelda cookbook, but she's blowing us off. Okay, I'll work on it. I'll work it. You guys will love it. You guys will love it. Zelda, you were meant to be in pictures. You should have been in pictures. I don't think so. But thank you. Thank you. I had a very hard time coming on this. I just love that. I don't even want to take it off, but I'm going to. I had a very hard time when now I don't know how to do this. I had a very hard time when, there we go. Dewey, Cheatham, and How. When I was starting this channel, because I just had a hard time. Because, I'm old school. I'm that psychic that hides out in the house with her cats. Some things don't change. But, that's the way it is. Let me see. I wonder about the planets in Cancer aspects with the moon with creamy theory that relates somehow. Well, you know what? You've got a strawberry moon right now, my darling. It's in Sagittarius, but it affects Pisces, Sagittarians, and Cancerians. I'm going to say it that way. Okay, my darlings, I'm being overrun by people here. And that is a sin. So there we go. What was wrong with Hank yesterday? Hi, Jules. Hi there. Welcome. Hank got in trouble because he lied to the jury, and he lied to, he has some unethical things going on. That's the big problem. His corruption took. So anyway, my darling, here's what we're going to do. It is raining. I'm going to see if it's going to storm in the morning. I will post it. Keep checking. Okay, hold on. Yeah, bedtime for me. I hear the birds waking up. Oh, why don't we put in watch we like and send someplace, makes recipes, make a lady's cookbook from her chat, people. That's possibly we can do that too. We'll work on some things. I just want to get Karen's thing over so I can rest my brain for about a day. Because while this is going on, I'm still going to be working. Wow, you ought to hear it outside. Woofy. Yes, unfortunately, my darling, I've got an early morning so I can get some things. It's 10 o'clock here. I've got a lot to do tonight. Then I'm going to be going, plus I hear somebody scratching around over here and I want to know what they're doing. Zelda, my voice to chat does not understand Southern. Bless your heart. Bless your little heart. She should retire. That would be a smart move. Yes. I think you're talking about Auntie Bev, aren't you? I wish I could retire. I'm just getting started. We need to Xerox me. Yes. Yes. So I'll tell you what, I'm not going to take a break. I'm still going to be working. As you know, I post a lot of the videos on True Oracle. I'm going to continue to do that. I'll probably be doing more. I'll be doing more in Patreon. I'm going to be doing much more on this. Hello, what are we doing over here? I'm going to be doing much more on this channel. And, so we've got plenty to do. We'll have more cases. Definitely, we will be looking into Sandra now. Definitely so. And all kinds of things. So anyway, I want to thank you all tonight for your generosity, the memberships, the Venmos, the Cash Apps, all this coming. It is so wonderful. Thank you so much. I'm going to see you in court tomorrow. It's going to be wonderful. I can't wait. Because finally, my darlings, this is over. This is the night before. I'm going to tell you this. Saturday night, come back Saturday night. We're going to be here Saturday night. Come back Saturday night. And I'm going to say this before, let me see the date. Next Saturday is the 21st. We will definitely know what's going on with Karen. Definitely. 1 week. We will definitely know what's going on. Thanks to each and every one of you. And thank you all for the little gifts that you've been sending. It's so wonderful. My wish list is in the show notes. If you just want to look and see what I like, you don't have to buy. You're not obligated. But thank you so much, everyone. Everyone. Thank you. Thank you. My mom was from Tennessee and moved to Minnesota and had us kids. We could always tell when she was talking on the phone with her family because every word came out in 3 syllables. I love it. I love it. Thank you, my darling. Big prayers going out for Karen tonight. I hope she gets some rest. And I hope the jury does too, that they can see. Thank you, everybody, for being and coming here in the house of Zelda. I love it. Love having you. Stay for next time. We'll do more coffee. I'll show you about my books. I have a library with some books. I had to put them digitized so they wouldn't fall apart. I've got some books from the 1500s. Talk about interesting. And in this realm, so believe me, this is nothing that we were just thinking about these days. So anyway, from Sammy, Riley, Shaggy, Petey, Scooby, who else is there? Bilbo. So let's see. Let's start again. Sammy, Riley, Petey, Bilbo. Who am I missing? Shaggy and Scooby. We all say hello and goodbye to you and have a good night. Big hugs. Stay now, my darlings, for the closing. Thanks again. Stay dry. Here we go. I'm excited. I got to tell you, I'm excited. Much love to all of you. Stay tuned because here's the closing. Thanks for coming to my house. And I'll see you in court tomorrow. Bye. They'll tell you the facts are clear, but the truth always flickers between the lines. In every shadow, there's a secret that refuses to stay buried. Clues hide in symbols, and sometimes even fate won't show its hand. Voices echo not just from the living, but from the silence they leave behind. I'm Lady Zelda. This is Seeing Crime, where what's hidden doesn't stay hidden for long. Until next time, keep watching.